Imagine a tale straight out of a futuristic novel. A handful of soil from a remote volcanic isle harbors microbes crafting a potion to stretch the threads of life. Scientists dubbed this elixir rapamycin, a nod to its birthplace. A windswept speck in the Pacific crowned with ancient stone sentinels. This compound reigns in a cellular overseer later christened mTOR, shorthand for molecular throttle of rapamycin, now hailed as a linchpin in the dance of lifespan and decay. Racing downhill without a break. What's mTOR's role in this saga? It's the maestro of expansion across the animal kingdom, orchestrating the swell of cells in both size and number. In youth, it's a trusty wind filling life's sails, propelling growth and vigor. But as the years stack up, it morphs into a gale, tugging us toward the horizon of decline. Picture it as a runaway train barreling through time, full steam in childhood's open plains, but a reckless force in adulthood's crowded streets. Aging, in this light, is that train roaring past its station, unable to pause because nature never installed a brake pedal. Living things evolved for speed, not longevity. In the wild, survival rarely stretched beyond youth. Most creatures fell to predators or peril before gray hairs appeared. Centuries ago, city dwellers in places like colonial ports rarely saw their 20th summer. To beat the odds, life opted for a sprint. Grow fast, multiply, and pass the baton. mTOR fuels that. Dash, shining brightest in early years but casting long shadows later, a trade-off scholars call the double-edged legacy. Genes that fortify us in infancy, like those fending off ancient plagues, can turn traitor in old age, stoking frailty or fogging minds. Unleashed, mTOR charges ahead, piling up cellular bricks for growth while torching blueprints for repair. It slams the door on autophagy, the body's cleanup crew, halting the sweep of worn-out parts that could refresh us. Stifling this renewal hastens the crumble of years. Yet, dialing mTOR back can ease the throttle, stretching both vitality and days. Taming it stands as the sharpest arrow in the quiver of aging's foes. Those island microbes didn't brew rapamycin to grant eternal spring, but to hobble their fungal rivals, a natural turf war. From yeast to oaks to whales, mTOR's kin steer growth across life's tapestry. What began as a fungal foil soon revealed a broader gift. A potion for all seasons, study after study, dozens inked in lab logs, shows rapamycin stretching the timelines of mice, boosting both their average years and their outer limits. Beyond rodents, it's a universal balm, lengthening days for every creature tested, from worms to winged things, even when sipped mid-journey. In a landmark trial from 2009, overseen by aging's top minds, mice at a ripe 600 days, think humans at 60, gained 12% more life, a boost that could mean 8 extra summers for us. The delay? Tricky pellets. Rapamycin doesn't mix with water, only fat. Was it just cancer's kryptonite? mTOR runs wild in most human tumors, fanning their flames. When given to shield new organs from immune assaults, it stunned doctors by vanishing. Skin cancers in every patient within months. Yet its magic runs deeper, mending minds, bones, ears, arteries, and even aging hearts in lab beasts. Brief doses, just a sip every few days or a season-long stint, reap rewards without constant gulps. The Dog Longevity Initiative brought this home, enlisting midlife pups for a taste test. Some got rapamycin, others a blank treat. Hearts perked up, and owners whispered of friskier friends, hints of youth reborn without a hitch. Human trials? They're brewing, peek at lifeextensionhub.org, but the potion's not yet ripe for daily use. Can we tame mTOR without a vial? The power of less to bloom fast, life leans on abundance, but scarcity once ruled. Before doorstep feasts, hunger stalked our kin. Those who couldn't ease off the gas during lean times faded away. Enter a built-in dimmer. Cutting calories flips a switch. Recall AMPK, the body's fuel sentinel? When reserves dwindle, it curbs mTOR's spree through twin levers, banking energy like a miser in a storm. These two, AMPK and mTOR, are the tide and ebb of sustenance, one rising as the other falls. This pullback may underpin fasting's life-stretching lore. Women battling starvation's grip showed breast cancer rates sliced in half, perhaps as mTOR hushed amid the scarcity. But hunger's a harsh muse. Its toll includes brittle bones, frozen spirits, and a hunger that gnaws at sanity. Wartime. Hunger trials left volunteers hollow, food-obsessed shadows. Even its champions rarely fast themselves. Surely there's a gentler reign. Protein's hidden lever, a revelation dawned. Trimming food's bulk matters less than pruning its pieces. Across species, slashing protein, not calories, unlocks longer days. Rats on a lean 8% protein diet outlasted their 20% peers by nearly half their span. Why? mTOR doesn't ignite on energy alone. It craves amino acids, protein's bricks. Starve it of these, and it quiets, mimicking fasting's grace without the ache. Better yet, it hushes IGF-1 too, twin guardians of calorie-cut longevity, making protein's curb a mightier wand. Key culprits? Methionine and the trio of branched-chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, valine, spark mTOR's flare. Clip. Just methionine and lab lives stretch. Animal proteins hoard these triggers. Whey outpaces wheat in leucine's punch. Plant eaters, though protein plenty, sip 30% less of these sparks and nearly half the methionine mirrored in their blood. Their longer cancer-light lives may owe a debt to this subtle shift. Take Okinawa's elders, outliving most with a diet slim on flesh, just a nibble monthly and a whisper of eggs. Only California's meat-shunning Adventists top them, perhaps the longest-lived clan ever charted. Plants dodge palmitic acid too, a fat that rouses mTOR, though B12 vigilance is a must to tame a rogue methionine echo. Leucine's loud call, why not block these amino acids at the gate? Simpler still, eat less of them. Leucine, mTOR's loudest cheerleader, floods milk, weighs packed 75% richer than beef. A gulp of it jolts mTOR in an hour. Calf milk triples human levels, fitting their 40-fold growth spurt. Rat milk's 10 times ours for their lightning doubles. Milk's a growth grenade. Its hormones prime mTOR. Sipping it late risks an overdose. Of signals. Acne flags this overload early. Rare where milk's a stranger, like Okinawa, but rife where dairy reigns. Gulpers face triple the skin woes, tied to mTOR's oil-stoking spree and hormones from pregnant cows. It's the poster child for mTOR's mischief, hinting at breast and prostate cancer links. Milk's a spark for both spread and start. Fermented sips like yogurt dodge this fate, their acids breaking the chain. Cooling the fire can food hush mTOR? Tomato dust dims it in rats and extracts slow cancer's march in dishes, awaiting human proof. Broccoli's kin shine brighter. DM and sulforaphane, born in the gut, cool mTOR's heat, perhaps why green munchers thrive longer. A broccoli dose matched autism's foes in trials, outshining pills. Coffee, caffeinated or not, and green tea's EGCG join the chorus, the latter having pimples and stretching years. Muscles riddle. Does mTOR's hush weaken us? It splits into two camps. mTOR1 speeds aging, mTOR2 shields us. Rapamycin hits both, risking sidekicks. Protein cuts target only the rogue. Muscle needs mTOR1 to bulk, but men, mTOR-rich, lose mass faster, yet live less than women. Leucine pills flopped for old muscles, while rapamycin guards them in mice. Overdrive, not quiet, may rot the frame. A banquet of insight mTORs. The tempo setter of time's march, life's great rhythm keeper, some quip, or the baton of decay. Its taming halts a cascade of ruin, making rapamycin aging's sharpest blade. Without potions, trim methionine and leucine, cap protein at a modest 0.36 grams per pound, 45 for her, 55 for him, and lean plantward. Pair this with AMPK's lift, and the clock might just tick a little slower.